رسول الله. اللهم لا علم إلا ما علمتنا سبحانك إنك أنت علام الغيوب. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي وبعد. May Allah inshallah ta'ala guide us to the right path and help us in reaching the better understanding for Islam. Speaking from my place as a Muslim woman, returning back to the text of Islam, I have a certain story to be in mind for every Muslim woman, especially the young youth, which is the story of the very important man, very well known, very prominent. His name is Omar Ibn Al Khattab. What is Omar to do with women in Islam? Well, Omar Ibn Al Khattab, he been in his own time. We are returning back in time. Just you imagine with me going back in the desert of Saudi Arabia, and that huge bodied man holding his very small little girl, very small hand in his big hand, and he is just going with her. He said to his wife beforehand, let her be ready enough. You dress her up perfectly. We are going somewhere. The wife, she knew what is it about, but she kept silent. She has nothing to do with that. So she dressed her little one up perfectly. She hugged her, kissed her, and you go with daddy. Just imagine a little one, your little one going with her daddy. He is the daddy. What he's going to do to me? He loved me. He do. He does. He is my father. So she was going with him, quietly, happily, and he kept frowned, not to say a word. Then, far in the desert, he stopped, and he started digging a hole. And this little one, she said to him, Daddy, what is this hole for? He kept silent, no answer at all. And some dust was on his beard. And quickly, she was rushing to him and cleaning his beard quickly. No dust should come to my father's face. This is my dad's face. Beautiful. And then he put her there. Why should I be here, Daddy? Why is that? There was no answer. She received no answer at all. And he started returning dust and sand on her face and body. She was crying, asking the very most important question. Why is that? What crime did I do? And there was no answer received. No response at all. He turned his back and went back home. This is the very same man. Later on, decided to be a Muslim. He was really angry, and the Prophet was looking at him respectfully. He was a very dangerous man when he gets really angry. And the Muslims, that time, they've been really calmed down whenever Omar Ibn Al Khattab been mentioned. Later on, he came forward and he said, I want to be a Muslim. Being a Muslim, what is this to me? Later on, the very same person heard Al-Quran telling why And why should a very young girl be killed? Upon what crime? This was a question of Al-Quran. When it says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. For what crime? She been killed. And I think Omar, that time, that moment, that very moment, he be recalling the picture of his very little one. Perhaps he cried. Well, some people will say, well, it wasn't Omar who done that because he was a very modest Muslim later on. Well, this is because of Islam. Before that, he was just a Bedouin man and nothing to do with his intellect, with his conscience. This is, in the end of the day, at that time, there in the desert, before Islam, she was only a woman. Later on, Omar Ibn Al Khattab became a Muslim. And before that, he came to the Prophet and announced that he is going to recite Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Believe it or not, the people who been around the Prophet been in fear because they didn't know what he is going to do, what he is up to. But Umar was really faithful. Later on, the whole Muslims emigrated to Al-Madinah. In Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara, Omar Ibn Al Khattab was speaking to his own woman. Well, actually before that, he himself told us that we being in Mecca used to be as a man upon our wives, upon our women. Our word was the final word. But when we reached Al-Madinah, we found some men whose their women defeat them up. How is that? How could they do that? Well, he was just a witness. And he said that. He added, later on, the Prophet, may peace be upon him, he was just acting with his wives, just like those Medina's men. What happened after that? Is Omar will still the same man? We'll see. Salam.